have another pizza after this.
I'm more for that red. Yeah, the concept of tapas changing the name.
Is there no Wi-Fi here? Oh my God. Oh, there is.
I mean, yes, and also we have it a lot this with mineral water with wine. No, Aperol spritz. And wine, with wine. White wine, red wine with mineral.
Another voice.
Yeah, please. I mean, but you can't go too far because then the microphone doesn't work.
Welcome, everyone. We're about to begin the Democratic
Together
Olympics
in the middle.
in the middle here in the garden. And
Can you stand in the middle?
we're gonna get warm by moving and doing Democratic Olympics. So it's the time. It's the time. Come on in. Doo-doo-doo. Da-da-da-da-da. What's the song of the Olympics? Like, how does it? I forgot how it goes, but um, how goes the music of the Olympics? Can someone remind me? I don't remember how it goes. Like they have like their sounds, the melody of the Olympics. Can someone remember when there is the Olympics? It has been a while. I forgot. Somebody remembers the melody of the Olympics? They have a melody, right? Like they have like you see when you see on TV the Olympics. Someone will remember. Okay, we're starting the Democratic Olympics, so it's going to have a completely new sound. So maybe someone can create the melody of the Democratic Olympics. Keep moving, so you don't get cold. Okay, we're starting. Get your drinks, move around, shake your body. Somebody has the melody for the Democratic Olympics. There's still a way to leave your mark, creating a new melody for the Democratic Olympics. So it's open. It's new. Good. And raise your hand if this is this is way too cold than where you come from. Raise your hand. If this is like or this is if this is more cold than the country where you just came from, raise your hand. Okay. 1, 2, 3. More cold than the country you just arrived from. Okay. More warm than the country you just arrived from? Anyone? Or maybe you're just from here. So that's the normal. Okay, jump around. We're going to start.
First we jump. Woohoo! This is next. Yeah. Okay, this is the Democratic Olympics. So we move. This is the whole idea. We move with our mind and with our body and warm ourselves up. And we all come in the middle. Now, the idea... Viens Camille. Camille, t'es avec moi. Okay, so we're moving. We're going to make our body move instinctively about what we believe. So we're dancing, we're happy, we look at each other. We don't have music. We imagine the music. We may find some music later on. And now, okay. Now we're going to start taking sides. Whoa. Because that's what happens in the Olympics. And so I would like you all to answer the following questions. Choosing between, are you a fan of Star Trek or are you a fan of Lord of the Ring? If you are Star Trek, go on your left. And if you are Lord of the Rings, go on your right. So no, not Star Trek, Star Wars. Star Wars, sorry. Star Wars. Star Wars. Lord of the Rings. Aha! If you want to be somewhere in between, you're allowed to. Ah, we have some people in between. Can we have a few words defending your position on either side? Who would like to defend Lord of the Rings? Say one thing. Come on, hobbits, my friends. Any pro Lord of the Ring? Come on.
I just haven't seen Star Wars.
Have you seen the other side, Lord of the... Who wants to defend Star Wars? Ah, Mel.
Star Wars is about anti-imperialism and anti-fascism.
I think this side is doing well. Lord.
The Jedi are elitists.
But we have the Force.
They have the Force, the democratic force. Come on, hobbits.
Even the smallest one can make the change.
Whoa, that is good. I don't know. One last attempt to make up for it?
Well, Master Yoda was very small.
Wow, we are doing well. Well, actually, now that we think about it, these stories are about war and love. And we are in the Republic of Love Festival. Did you all know this? We're Democratic Odyssey. Who here is Democratic Odyssey member in this circle? So we also have quite a few of you who are not Democratic Odyssey members, non-Democratic Odyssey members. Great, okay. Not yet. Be careful, you're going to have to join. So in the Republic of Love joins the Democratic Odyssey and vice versa. Tell me something about love. Ooh, love. Love. Is there too much love or not enough love in the world? You know, love is overrated. If you think love is overrated, come on your left. If you think there is not enough love in the world, on your right. You can... But perhaps who among yourself thinks, well, maybe not enough love, but love is most of the time betrayed. If anyone feels like, well, yeah, love is betrayed, I'd rather be a bit on the cynical side, you can still change sides. Why did you change side?
Well, I'm 23, so this
And
is
say
a lot.
your name.
My name is Okeania. I'm from Athens, and being in love in 23 years old is a bit difficult.
That's a very deep thought. Anyone on the love side wants to actually save love for the 23 years old? Give love a good name. Yes, please say your name.
My name is Elizabeth. I'm from here, Vienna. And I would invite you to think of love, not just of romantic love, but of all kinds of love that you certainly have in your life, be it the friends you have, the plants that surround you, just think of love a bit bigger. And I'm sure it's there.
That is a, you feel this is reassuring you a bit, but any one of you who went right on the left side here, Eduardo?
No, I agree with her, actually.
You're betraying yourself.
Yeah, exactly, because we weren't sure about which type of love you were talking about. We wasn't sure about which type of love.
Whichever one so tell us. So
Every type of love, yeah. So friends. Yeah, I guess so. It represent.
I mean, love is a terrible thing. No,
It is.
I think it can also like actually cause a lot of damage, right? If you're so terribly in love that you want to like mess up something. And the other thing is maybe like it's an amazing thing, but maybe on a grand scale, I'm not sure whether it's so like that you can institutionalize it. Otherwise, I'm totally for it.
Okay. You can't count on it. You can't institutionalize it. Any thoughts on the love side, that an ode to love, a song to love, and that we want more and more of it everywhere? Anyone wants to still give us your last word on this? And say your name.
My name's Sean. I think we have a misconception that love is something that happens to us, but we are love, and we can choose love, and I think we need to be more conscious in how we love, because it's everything.
Wow. Okay, so we are love. Maybe that's one of the signatures of the Democratic Odyssey. Democratic Odyssey. So from love, I would like to ask you, should a republic of love be necessarily democratic? Do they absolutely go together? So if you think yes, please move to this side, and if you to the left side, and if you think no, not necessarily democratic, stay on the be on the right side. Bah, qui a dit que c'était facile? However you understand the question. And should it be democratic? So, okay, so many of you big lovers think it's not necessarily democratic, the Republic of Love. Why not?
I think what is necessary is empathy, not love. So that's the difference, I need to recognize the other, I need to feel the pain, but I don't need to love the person that I regard as equal.
Okay. And does it need to be democratic then? Does a Republic of Love need to be democratic? Is it necessary for love to go around to be in a democracy? So you guys said yes. No, you said no. You said yes or you said no? No, I'm getting very, very confused. You said yes, right? You said yes. Yep. So who wants to say? Did you say yes?
I still don't know because I would like to ask you, but do we have to democratize feelings? I think we have to democratize a set of values and what we stand for, that we can move in a certain direction. But feelings or emotions are different, so I don't know. I'm not sure if they need to be democratized.
Okay, you're right in the middle because you're digging the question deeper question. But can you express your love and be in a mindset of love if you're okay? You don't need a demo. Okay, then stay. Yeah, maybe in your private life it doesn't matter. So maybe you're on that side. Who wants to speak to the other side?
Yeah, I think it's democratic because you have to recognize the others as equal for that reason. I mean, it's not about a democratic process, but you have at least to recognize the other as equal. Yeah. And in that way, it's democratic. Yeah.
Okay, so anyone wants to counter this? You have to have that space. And then in the back. No, you first.
I think the Republic of Love could just be anarchic.
And is anarchy not democratic, huh?
Well, we can talk about that.
Okay, so Republic of Love, not necessarily democratic.
But democracy is quite, is it representation or is it representation we're talking about in democracy or other aspects? But what he said about empathy, I feel like a nation of love and empathy doesn't really need representation because then the concept of trust doesn't even exist. So it's a trustless community where you don't have to discuss it. So you don't really need that because everybody has already taken the question of trust off of it. And we expect that everyone will behave in the right way because they feel each other and love the other person and care for their well-being.
Okay, so love takes care of itself. It doesn't need an institution. Is anyone burning to answer on this side? You don't need democratic institution to have love going around.
Yeah, I mean, of course, love is a very egoistic feeling. It always tries to be imperative. But I think without democracy and without this freedom, because love is just born out of freedom, we cannot reach what we want, basically. Thank you.
Okay, freedom is the key. Let's spend a moment because you're about equal sides, find one person of the other side and speak for a couple of minutes, trying to convince them of your side, okay? So and then we are moving on to a different rhythm. So please speak to the other side about how much we really need democracy for these feelings and love and in life. Is democracy so necessary? So we have the yeses and the nos. Please, one yes means one no. Come on, go. Come on, go. You're not moving. Oh, come on, you have to be part of this game.
I'm just observing.
No, come on. You won't have fun if you don't live it. Go and speak to people. Please. Come on. Because you're going to get to moving. Are you, is it all working? All good?
Yeah, that was all good. Just repositioning a bit, so because you're in this area, so you're closer to it.
Okay. I'll do a bit of cards. I'll do a bit of cards. I'll do a bit of the cards. Then we have the institutions question. And then what do we ask them going around? actually, I don't feel like interrupting them. Now is the card moment. Okay. But I don't know. You need to judge, like, are people stopping to speak? Or... Come on, we have 5 more minutes on this. You didn't stay with us.
Oh, I didn't follow through. I was the same.
It's the same. It doesn't matter. Now is another.
But I have to go. Thank you.
No problem. Good to hear you. Good to see you.
Good. Yes, I think I'm starting to move in the democratic direction. Anyway. It's safer.
Yeah. But maybe you're right. Maybe it's values and values is not democracy.
No, it is because I was thinking, just imagine if I fall in love with another guy and does not protect, and then we want to marry or legalize a union, yes, and then we are in a state that is not.
Well, not every democratic state. Some democratic states.
So it was.
Alles zu tun, sich nicht jeder nehmen kann. Und das ist dann für mich die Downside, aber ich weiß nicht, ob der...
But people are complaining on the other side.
Okay.
We are able to have a conversation also. I'm not from Florence.
Okay. Okay, you're ready to go? All right. Can we go back to the big circle? Have you resolved your differences, my friends? Because what is democracy if not about resolving your differences? In fact, I would like to ask any of you, have you stayed very different? Who has not been able to converge with the other side? It's okay. You're just going to be labeled as whatever.
All right.
Who has majorly converged? Which pairs have managed to really agree? Anybody? Yeah? How did you agree?
Well, we found out that education is like key, and sometimes education is not democratic per se. Sometimes we need some push of some people to understand why, like, for example, tolerance is important.
It all starts with the little ones, absolutely. And you?
It's you. No, you.
We realized we were talking about the same thing, I think, actually. We were talking about, we agreed there was not quite, it was more compassion we were talking about. And I was saying my starting point was that love is selfless at best. And so you have to have selflessness written in to the whole
Constitution.
And to democracy.
Okay. Selfless. We, the selfless people.
And I learned a lot from this conversation. So that's democracy as well.
Okay. Can we have a left-right, and then we have a last other moment of our togetherness with these mysterious cards. But before that, Helfred's remarks reminds me of an important question. Is democracy all about care, or is it more all about conflict and managing conflict among ourselves? So if it's care, come this way on the left, and if it's conflict, please go on the right. Care, conflict, that allows you to move and warm up.
Can you stay in the middle?
Yeah, you can stay in the middle. Okay. Okay. Oh my God, we have a lot of it. Democracy is all about conflict here. All about care, all about conflict. Do you want to go a bit in the back so they can see each other? And you're in the middle. Well, we have a spectrum here, and with your body, with your bodies, you live the spectrum. This is very important because tomorrow many of us will be together, and maybe sometimes in conflict, maybe sometimes in care. Anyone wants to defend the conflict side? conflict. You know, okay.
The thing is, I came to that side because you said managing conflict, and not just conflict per se. It's about my opinion is it's about managing conflict. Yeah.
Okay, conflict, the big conflict side, but maybe we can, maybe we can't manage it. So care. You want to speak for care?
Yes. Because I believe democracy is about a dialogue, a conversation. And if I want to have a conversation with you, and even if you are, if it comes to me from a conflict position, I have to take care to listen to you. And I think this is missing at the moment. So care is, that's the reason I have joined immediately this side.
Absolutely. Well, in the middle, why can't you decide? You know, guys, can you decide sometimes in life? No. I'm just going to sit on the fence here. Why are you sitting on the fence?
Well, actually, what he says that exclude. He says, if you come to me with a conflict, so there is a conflict, and we need to address the fact that the conflict is there. So managing is central. But
okay,
with
so
care.
you go there.
No, but with care.
With care. Okay, we have the great reconcilers in the middle.
I don't think you can have real care without conflict, but you can have conflict without care.
Oh, I want all of you to sit on that thought. Close your eyes and think. Excellent. Well, I think we're together again in a mix of conflict and care. But there is a world out there. And in that world out there, there are many people who say democratic participation, citizen participation, hell no! That's a lot of people out there. And you probably have heard them. And so here I have a card, a deck of cards, with many of the reasons they say, hell no. And I would like you to, some of you, to just pick a card and read it. So we're just going to go around with these cards, and they're all different, but please go ahead. Take a card and give them back to me afterwards, please. And so please read it aloud.
I don't have my glasses.
Citizen participation? Hell no, because citizens have no interest in public actions and matters.
So who has heard this? Who has heard this argument before? Citizens have no interest, so no. I've heard it many times. Okay. If anyone wants to say something about that, let me know what they actually say. But let's continue the game. Okay, who else wants to pick a card? Come on. And if anybody else here, prepare to read it. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, citizens' participation, health, no, because citizens have tons of different interests, so consensus is unreachable.
Who has heard this argument before? There's no consensus possible between citizens. And then we keep on hearing this argument. Anyone wants to testify? What happens when you've heard this from what kind of people?
Yes, I've heard it from my friends, actually. And I try to convince them the opposite, that a consensus can be reached, also discussing with them. And some of them I convinced them, so I say, you see, we can reach a consensus. Some others I didn't. So.
Well, good luck. What's your name again?
Elia.
Elia, good luck with this, because it's not an easy proof to make, huh? So, next one.
Citizens' participation? Hell no. Because citizens are not interested by strategic planning or agenda setting or any other high-level thinking activity.
Oh. Who has heard this argument before? I've heard it. Do you want to say by who and what do they inspire you? What does this argument inspire in you?
Well, I would say citizens are not interested in high-level thinking as long as they do not have the right education and the right possibilities to have impact. As long as those conditions aren't met, they might sometimes not be interested, but as soon as those conditions are met, they will be interested.
Okay, all right. Does anyone wants to pick one last card? Or did you want to comment on this? No, you want to pick a card. Okay, pick one last card then.
Citizen participation? Hell no, because consulting a small group of citizens has no value.
Ah, we've heard this argument before. So, did you want to comment on this?
I could, but maybe some other people might want to comment. I mean, a small group of people can be 300 people in the Greek parliament. That's a small group of people.
Exactly. We are bigger than them, as Trump would say. Our crowd is bigger than them. Thank you. Well, we are coming to the end of this story, but in fact, this card game, this is what we're up against. Really, the majority of people out there believe that, yeah, who cares? The hell no. So we're going to do one last moving around to prepare ourselves, to echo the panel we heard that Nicola was chairing, and then you can go in couples and discuss that in pairs. But I want to ask you to prepare for tomorrow. Citizen innovation, democratic renewal. Do you think this is a struggle that should happen with our protesters from Serbia, really outside, in the street, in civil society, or trying to reform institution inside the structure? So if you are for inside the structure, please go on the left. And if you are for in the street, go on the right. You see, left, right, not that. So if you think that the change will come if we go inside institutions, the state, corporations, etc., go on the left. If change can only go in the street, protest, outside, go on the right. Oh my God, everybody. Street is on the right, institution is on the left. Let's put it another way. Revolution, reform. Revolution on the right, reform on the left. It's a trick about left-right. So, my God, a huge majority sitting on the fence. So perhaps our agenda tomorrow will be to blend these worlds. That's one of our agenda. Anyone wants to, so please gather with people on the other side. You wanted to jump in. Tell us why revolution.
Well, I work for a labor union with the organizing concept. And my big belief is that we can organize the workers fighting for better working conditions, for better conditions of the world, and start from there the revolution.
Wow, that's a program. But institutionalist, do you have a reply here? Why no reform in institutions, step by step? Anybody on this side who hasn't? Do you wanna? Huh? No, I've spoken to. Yeah. Oh, well, he's spoken too.
Well, what he says, yes, I see. You are right. We should fight for what you just said, but the method is not revolution, it's a reform. It's a step-by-step, it's a slow process where everyone can agree on a position and go with the progress. Revolution is something that can be dangerous.
Okay, there's danger. And those of you in the middle, anyone wants to reconcile in the tradition of Noga's complex reconciliation schema?
Okay, so this is something that has come up in my activism a lot, because many people have told me that, oh, you're too institutional, and other people have been told, not by me, but by other people, that, oh, you're too radical. But I think that there are these two maybe forces, or like radical and institutional, can blend in together, because not everyone has the same skills, not everyone has the same interests, and some people are very good at street protesting, and some people are very good at negotiating at the table where decisions are being made. So I think that these two have to work together for change, and this is why I'm standing in the middle.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for this blend. Thank you all for your democratic enthusiasm, for flexing your democratic muscles. We are on to the next stage of the Olympics, so let's applaud ourselves. And now we have a postscript from Petra and Uri. For those of you who still have creative energy, they would like to propose.
Anyone found the melody for our Democratic Olympics? Because I had the AI make one if nobody makes one. So, but we have another. So somebody heard about the Delphic Games? There were the Olympic Games, but there were the Delphic Games. Anyone heard about the Delphic Games? Michele, incredible. What were they doing in the Delphic Games? So the Delphic Games were played in the same time the Olympics game were made in ancient Greek. And the Delphic Games were about the arts. And there were poetry competitions and dancing competitions and other competitions. And somehow, at some point, the Olympic Games were forgotten and remembered, but the Delphic Games never came back. Some people are trying to bring them back. But we're going to do a little thing. So this is also an Olympic game. We'll find someone to talk with for a little while and have a little conversation walking in the garden, and you can walk fast or slow, depending on how much blood you need to move in your body. And you're going to share something that happened today for you, something you appreciated, something that you enjoyed, or something you thought about right now in doing the Olympic Games. And the other is going to listen to you, and then you're going to switch. Is it too complicated right now? One sharing, one other listening, and then you're going to come here and you write a poem together. And don't worry about writing a poem. The only thing you need to know about writing a poem is to write. If you know to write, then you can write a poem. If you don't know to write, ask someone to write for you. That's also okay. You don't actually need to know to write a poem. And so you're going to write a short haiku, and one line, one line, one line, one line. Okay, but first, before we go to the haiku, find someone, look in the room, in the space, for someone that you haven't talked with yet, and go for a little walk and share. What did you find interesting? Yeah, say hello. You don't have to have a separate opinion. Just someone. Christian, find someone. Okay, go and take a little walk and share what you've been doing today. Yes, a little walk. Yes, you can say your name if you want. You can also do a little trio if you feel more comfortable doing a trio. It's a Republic of Love. We're open-minded. So, yeah, something you like today, something that came on your mind. Yes. Yes. So, okay. So now, after you both shared, you're going to come here and pick a little paper. Oop, they're flying away. Maybe you can help me, Petra. You can also give it to people, maybe. And so you're going to get a little egg, a paper, and you're going to write a haiku. Do you know what is a haiku? Haiku? You know what is a haiku?
Of course I know what a haiku.
Okay, so a haiku is a poem, a Japanese poem with, technically speaking, it's lines of 3, 5, 3, but you can be a little bit, whatever, 3 lines. Whatever important, it's 3 lines. Yeah, whatever. And it could be even just one word, okay? So from your conversation, whatever you shared, you're going to write a haiku, which is a short poem with 3 lines.
About what we
Yeah,
experienced.
whatever, yes. you can say one line, one line, one line, and you can write it, and then we are going to hang them. Okay? So there is more papers and colors, and you can write on the table if it's easier. It's probably easier. So if you never written a poem, that's your chance, that's your mission. And do you need explanation about the haiku? No? Haiku, you know what is a haiku?
Yes.
Okay.
But what does it mean, haiku, actually? You don't know, like me.
You don't need to know what it is. Okay. So I see the haikus are being written. After you've written the haiku, you can bring it here. And we're going to hang it. So if you're still writing? Yes?
We wrote, but I don't know if I got the point. What we enjoyed today?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Visiting this new city.
Visit and let's read it.
Taste
Can I read it?
food, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to read the first haiku, okay? So I'm going to read the first haiku and we're going to hang it. Okay. Visit a new city. Taste typical food. So we're hanging it on it's the first haiku.
Beyond you and me.
Yeah, done.
So wind here?
Yes, you need to put things on the things. Be careful of the wind. And don't worry about rhyming or making even sense. Whatever you write is perfect. And after you write your poems, bring them here so we can celebrate them on our poetry line, poetry thread. Ooh.
That's actually what we wanna.
Okay. Don't overthink it. Just write it. Just it's getting cold. Come on. Move around. Get the poem. Okay. We have another poem here. Let me read it. Can you? We have a second poem. Oh, is this English? Okay. But you are?
Great. You're done?
I love you a lot, but you are wrong about this. Let's deliberate. Beautiful. Okay, we have democratic haiku.
Here's one. I like this one.
Can you read it?
That's multilingual.
You can read it loud. Okay.
You need your glasses. Actually, it should be beyond me and you. Beyond me and you, mais à partir de nous, cross the borders they drew.
Wow, multilingual haiku.
And it's called,
It's selflessness, in Greek, anidiotelia.
Anidioteia. It sounds Hebrew a little bit. Anidioteia. Wow. Amazing. So we have like new poetic partnerships being born here. Bring your poems. Don't get your poem lost in the wind.
No, but otherwise, no, I'm a writer. So we are not to the
The question is how to spread it a bit on a larger scale.
Ah, Toulouse,
Indiana, we have the risk that
you want to read it? We can do the reading as well when it's finalized here.
Yes, we have another poem directly from the author. This is
No, we are three authors. Yeah.
three authors and directly one of the original authors. Where is my stapler? Okay.
Now we need these other things.
Okay, let him read it before. Let him read it before.
Let me help you.
Give it to him to read first. No, but he needs to read it. Stuck.
Per illuminare la So there's another possibility to be a mixture here.
Dobbiamo fare un vabbè dai, te non mi ha detto che oggi, anche c'è il lasagnale.
Maybe you can read it to us in the meantime.
It's hard to read it if I don't have it.
Can you give it to him so he can, Petra? Can you give it to him so he can read it?
That's not mine.
This is one.
Okay. Care like you don't care, engage like you dare, and converted it into civil courage.
Wow. Care like you don't care. Engage like you
Dare.
like you dare. Oh, you rhyme. And convert it into civil courage. Okay, we have a leader here. That it's not done, but we have we definitely it's close with the multilingual one. Another poem. Who wants to read their poem?
It's not mine. It's not mine. Di chi è questo?
We have a one.
Okay, we have one. Oh, it's very long.
So, the lesson of thinking of others can be associated with losing a loved one, crying, finding your voice and make a difference in a place like China, in a time like childhood with the mentality of Sisi.
Wow, it's even a duet with a performance, two voices. It's really, wow. Definitely not haiku, but it's very beautiful. It's a song, almost I can hear a song here. Okay, and we have a few more poems that arrived in the meantime. You want to read your poem? Should I read your poem? Okay. Unexpected friendship. Eating Wiener Schnitzels. Far too many steps. But we had. But we have the calories to do it. But we had the calories to do it. And it was worth the effort. Wow, and there is even a little drawing
They
here.
read their handwriting better.
Yes, but he didn't want to read, so I volunteered. Okay, this is all great. We had other things that arrived, but yes, you.
Should I read it? Yes. So, a Viennese park, conversations in gardens, citizens' progress.
Ooh, a Viennese park, conversations in gardens, Citizen progress. I think you almost got the 353 here. It's 575. Okay, but it's close. Yes, 575. Wow. You done the exercise right. The first one. Yes. But yes, wow. So we have here another one. Let's see. No, this was the one that we read already. Today was a good day. It had to be why. Small and big. Joyous for listening your day. Joyous is for listening your day. For lightening your day. Okay. Today was a good day. It had to be. Why? Small and big. Joyous for lightening your day. Great. I'm thinking. I'm still thinking. Okay. So first of all, wow! Thank you for all the beautiful poems that are still coming in. Maybe I can read this in the meantime. No, this we read. This was very nice. And this one we read. That's what's coming in. And do you want to read it, or should I read it, Michele? The sea is open. Our eyes are closed. What about their lives? It's a political, powerful song that opens the heart. I hope. Thank you. So if anyone ever asks you, are you a poet? As you say yes, because you qualified. You know, the only thing you need to do to become a poet is to write a poem. And the only thing you need to write the poem is to write or have someone to write with you. So you've done it. So thank you for being poets with us and for entering the Democratic Olympics and the Delphic Games of Vienna Democratic Odyssey.
Now it's almost winter games.
With the winter games. And remember to move your body if you're getting cold. And yeah, and we began Democratic Odyssey Vienna. Woo!